Strange deranged stranger, seeming however revealing a dreamer, all falls yet again a blur, wanton soul stroll, mindlessly concur. To lack ambition, riddled with bitter indecision, dare I claim a form of incision? To swarm, perform the abnormal, still a lack of revision. Dreams die, the system triumphant, see we witness in bliss, in subconscious, time flies by, merely unaware the level of care passes at an instant. There's no longer belief, people long fit in, fallen victim to grief, search half-heartedly, lacking within. Merely akin to play the part, the journey laid preemptive, a lack of heart since start. Dare you say you have the will to live? Love is death, desire a trap, merely gasp a breath, to grasp as all within overlaps. Slavery willingly, a mere disguise, see simply fools overruled by complacency, luxury a false promise, mere bliss, played, portrayed, a paradise guise. An act, too late to react, you limit yourself now, said boundaries simply a fact, their say, their way, unknowingly disavow. A change of course, merely distraction, in light of surrounding, radio sounding out source, a wave and rave, flowing aglow, a light show and refraction. To feed into desire, to keep hold of control, picture all you admire, consumed, taking hold of your soul. Overindulgence kills the able mind, to keep a resurgence, for blackouts, unable surge, power of enlightenment, scour blind of any kind. Pleasure of no measure, night clubbing now culture, a lifestyle of leisure, renders one's will a blur. Substance a gear, desire the feel, thrown full throttle, driven astir, headlights out, blindly follow, adhere. Content to mindlessly drift, swiftly sway, astray, circle still, repeat in place of new rule. Simply a construct, designed to appear as paradise, to appeal to deal until one destructs, dilated eyes, open void, still too close-minded to realize. All you want before you, but what goes on behind the scenes, a simple act you played in part to, behind closed curtains, a rewriting of anything, of moralizing means. Picture perfection, see your very own paradise materialize, we fall into a great perplexion, confusion of all you visualize. If no, then you're not looking attentively. Perfection doesn't exist after all. Supposedly simplistic idea you may see, in this life at least excels, beyond all knowing and more. Simply vague thoughts, what lay beyond understanding? Truth is simply bought, actuality, however, as ever never-ending, demanding. See beneath the surface, I myself have yet to, still succumb numb by drunken bliss, by my mistress, miss anything ever true. What's pure? What's reason? How ensure a cleansing and changing of season? Freedom or enterprise? What choose you? Idolize in lies all that you fantasize, by media materialize, wishful, deceitful, still to cling to. Desperately in a dream, how achieve? Nearing so it seems, a rat race, chase with a pace in vain believe. You serve the overseer, to see, observe the server, observers entertained. Simply visually, ever crystal clear, though the treasure of pleasure sparkles, still, ever so stained. Tint, a glint, a hint of fabrication, overlook for shook, blind in mind by desperation. Lead proceed by greed, a mere fixation, disguised in lies by his eye's perception, deception by fascination. Amusing, really paying for their profit, pyramid scheme by your choosing, a pawn drawn, soul withdrawn in whole, ATM insert and check it, deposit. Check at the moment. Insert clever punchlines, withdraw atonement, see simply soul's credit declines. You don't understand. Paper runs thin, trees killed as willed by man's demand. See still society self-willed, akin. What's more, what's less, to simply implore a life without stress. Reality, alas, does not allow, society in mass does not endow. A way of new, the world of old, to see all through, simply retold, revised, repeated, only one way, the will of man instilled, completed, the will of individual cast away. There's rules to this, known but not written, blinded in ignorant bliss, most unaware unwillingly listen, a loop, a cycle, a generational inheritance, before one's very eyes do not realize still, mistakes of the father, the son bears the consequence. Victories and losses, roles bestowed upon, to long for more than this, renders one's place forgone. We all long for meaning, we all long for purpose. We search for dear reasoning. Alas, the answers have yet to surface. A sort of breakthrough, groundbreaking, crackling within. We long for something new, while others plant their concrete feet and stand cemented akin. What's more, dare we chase? What in store? How to face when out of place? Reality masks fantasy. Nightmares purge dreams. Conformity kills individuality. Individually individuals, one and done, not within the world seems. The puppeteer strings. Who let you dictate? To give into sin within ritualistic, simplistic, materialistic things. Kill the soul, take a stroll, murderer, a blur, dictate fate. No, simply correlate. They bind and you blind, grounded, bound to earthly ways. Search for more, implore how find. Be down to earth for what it's worth, but blaze in a craze. Earthbound, no spacebound, limitless expedition. Stargaze the sparkling maze within the dark for lost is found. To see infinitely presents an endless mystery for limitless exhibition. Thank you. Nice. You have yet understand anything of virtue, life drawn in sand, before the suave morale, but dare you flow through. Nothing is true, all is of perspective, forgo all you thought you knew, simply reality is subjective. Peer pressure, society merely fabricated, name an individual you know for sure pure, none by start, hearts undone, merely correlated. Who believe? With whom do you side? Politicians deceive, opinions ever so collide, families split, friends turn enemy. Is this it? Society merely clingy, simply opinions based on popularity. Politics portion, morale enters the picture. Watch at a standstill, the visual fall to distortion, scrambling, stumbling, fixed upon the final fixture. Fixation really, where begin now then? Where start in part C, the many faults in hearts of leaders of men. The lies they tell you, blindly hinder, nothing is true, the divine line sought now blur. Morale in question, in favor of the elite, act at own discretion. Still futile, we be obsolete. In a world of double standards, hypocrites, misfits, and corrupt politicians, the poor buy into their words, the rich sell pseudo-visions, a dream the desperate cling to. Still hungry and suffering with no provisions, in this absurd backward old world nothing's ever new. Still racial border, disorder, and division. Hatred fuels the power-hungry. Greed by nature naturally we see leads. Growling, maddening, not stomach but sick mentally. Viciously the enemy lurking proceeds. Take and take more. What's yours is mine by force. Colonialism and control evermore. Land and source of resource brings forth war and discourse. What know you fear? What know you pain? Dare you claim your heart sincere? Your soul be whole in a world disdained? Madness ensues. Panic abruptly. See by greed humanity proceeds pursue. Heed has shown seeds merely sown abundantly. Refer history. Capitalize on the minority. Major scale, global, still his story. I mean the man, truth by victor, whenever was there just victory. In the taking and the making of civilization, how civil, slaughtering natives. Still the audacity for segregation and forced relocation. Marginalization, read between the lines their will, not a will to live. Mine, mine, mine. Reap and reap away, how say in any way your way divine. Simply atrocity, menacingly, lives cast astray. Forced to be forced. Will you fight for what's yours? Merely political discourse. Naturally I mean no trouble, of course. Who am I kidding? Those who know they're at fault. There's an end to everything. Anything may result by the way of revolt. Uh-oh. Ironic and yet entertaining, truth still stands, rarely in reality straining, by the man the sake of fake demands. Give not receive, war evermore, in hopes retrieve, still before the door. Empty hall, blank faces lined, darkness surrounding, wined and dined, seduced by a sense of belonging. Propaganda agenda, properly in property bought we sought, land demands the lives of many. See a fallacy, glamoured fantasy, in reality fought and fraught. How friendly the enemy of my enemy. Lies tempt and devour, trust who I ask, stomach sick before the fatal hour, to kill at will as is the task. Who orders? Are you of bloodlust? See simply you a field of disorder. Who really can you trust? Who is just? What is true? See the souls combust. In war, nothing ever new. Nothing is true, everything is permitted. I say unto you, for the bright new day now inherited. Drawn from dawn with Eos reborn. Understand or no? Embrace the UV rays of the morn. Forgo, let go, and so a renewal vision, a spark within the dark sea, the faults of the many by revision, the study of humanity by society and complacency, as said and led to be. Freedom awaits, or do you cower? Stand before the tower of lust, combust in fluid flames in dire straits, or ignite, inspire your soul's fire, a burning yearning upon the fatal hour. Rise like the phoenix then, or simply scattered ash, play in part the hearts of wicked men, or see simply their so-called reality by your fantasy crash. A fallacy clash, fabricate for whom, I ask? Snip the bind, see reality slash. Cutthroats have balls, uprise upon the many lies, as is the task. Whom do you fight for? For whom do you live then? Is there evermore as we desperately implore? If so, then what, where, and when? Tell me, are you satisfied? The contents of the book of your life? Content or merely gratified? Automatically, your autobiography, blessing, overwritten, origin, in strife. As all things come with balance, truthfully, I'm curious. How measure the depths of resilience, sink below treachery, ever so furious. A burning sensation, the tide subside and extinguish the fiery passion of your soul. To come to the realization before the door of fascination, doth the hall of imagination end? We merely endlessly stroll. Ideas form, cravings never ending, to soar the skies under a storm, tearing still heavenly, eyes fixated on the vision of ascending. Are you free? Live you by your creed? Tell me what you see. What in life is it you feel you need? What deserve you? What deserve anyone? Entitlement simply fools too. The sense I mean, thinking deserving above everyone. We're all equals. Doesn't equate to conformity, however. Perform in uniform, a circus of ignorant bliss at will. No thank you, defer and prefer dissever. What long you for? What pray you for every night? Hope you evermore? Faith, resilience, and you just might. Inquire and acquire, chase and deface. Spark within this darkened abyss your soul's fire, and perhaps you'll find you form your very own space. Otherworldly, true to the individual, see beyond society. Really your place in humanity is measured by your will. Faith is a necessity, without it why try? See we long to be free of all the feels that pry and keep us by, the distraught that's brought within society and more. All the dreams you ever sought, do you not believe you'll soar? Fly above the trials, overcome the challenges. When humanity defiles, spiritually we find purges. The sense of inadequacy, believe in the dream, to see to fantasy becoming reality. So upon the woven stream, cotton dreams knitted, wears you dare your dreams proudly, and see all to be exhibited, or simply a shell not expel, but repels doubt self-willfully. Believe and have faith in absolution, dare for change and perseverance. Pray and pray upon resolution, the solution shown from our persistence. Endurance breeds, you already know. Seemingly reality recedes, reality a mere ideology, hence seemingly, as it overshadows, truth's glow. Chase and deface, never give up or give in. If you find you're out of place, the world is really blind without, and you're perceptive within. Soulful gain, bodily continuity, in whole a plane, tread led by holy divinity. See to your belief, live free of conformity, forego all forms of grief, find your beauty from out atrocity. You can do it, I believe in you. See to the dark pit is lit, the lair of despair no more you saw and broke through. Fly through the dark, see the light projecting from the surface. You ignite the spark, enlighten bleak night by your might, a heavenly bliss. When the artist shapes society, it is then we will see a colorful world, colorful humanity creatively, in synergy will grow instilled, distinctly in peace, an artistic revolution, all wars and problems will cease. It is then we find mindful resolution in all things, fear will depart, and all bravery brings. Incentive, positive, constructive means will start. To take into effect, we will in fact affect the trajectory of life. To keep it intact or defect, interject. Eject and reflect or project in silent strife. We are the future. We shape our fate. The past endured, but no future is insured. Assured hate will dissipate. Love may correlate. This is our world. That's a scary realization, though chilling adrenaline thrilling within, warming distilled, inflaming fascinating fascinations, imagination combustion. To stir the pot, to shape the very being, all before begot or forgot, before always seemingly foreseeing. Can you predict? Can you alter? All we depict bring forth a state of blur. Blindly roaming, danger pursues, beyond everything a strange stranger ensues. There's infinite possibility, make contact, with me and we will see a fate far more intact than all before. We have the potential, envision or install for extraterrestrial, territorial mindset. Cast away, better to forget that the binds holding us back decay. Free to live, free to create, give and forgive, in peace correlate. Make anew, mend the bend of past, together break on through, possibility vast. Ancestors are strangers, to love felt we doubt, reality blurs, all concurs with us, all melts. We, burning angelically, are the worldly fiery passion, a vision to foresee, leaving quick the wick to lasso not begot. Imagination. Burn the wick of doubt, exercise the spirit of fear, we plea. Underwent torment and frustration, in aggravation shout, cry before the moonlit sky for change despairingly. The few who long for more, away from everything and everyone, with little in store, who in their hearts yearn for nothing more than to run. Flee society, forget the many faces, the many places of adversity, the shallow souls who only further empty the darkened spaces. To fake one's demise, an art form, if executed perfectly. Every now and again I'll fantasize, but how does one go about doing so correctly? Seems an easy way out. Perhaps I will someday, or even disappear and lurk about, in some forest or remote island until I wither away. Seems more entertaining, in a sickly humorous way, at least when peace will surcease, all that renders my heart straining, and keep feeling and enduring at bay.